are we supposed to do, sorry?
Start questions.
Just like that.
Just like that. Hi, my name is Princess Upeo, and I'm here with my fiance, whose name is. Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, my name is Emmanuel. Thank you guys for joining
Emmanuel
us.
what?
Is he your son?
Emmanuel what?
Alright, my name is Emmanuel Wogundu.
Okay. In a month's time, we'll be getting married, and we just thought to share a bit of our love story. So we're going to be asking ourselves questions, and just come along with us.
So who's going to go first?
You.
Me. Okay. So I'm going to read my first question. By the way, shout out to Sandra for these cards, my love in words. We're not expecting them. They're amazing. We really appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm going to go with my first question.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. You say, how did you know I was the one? And what made you say yes?
Oh wow. Okay.
Say the truth,
Okay, well, it was, how I knew was because it was like answered prayers for me, and basically everything I had prayed about was what I was saying, and everything I wanted was what I got. So saying yes to you wasn't so difficult. So when you asked me to be your girlfriend, I said yes. When you asked me to marry you, I said yes too, because there was really no doubt whatsoever. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm next.
Okay, your turn.
How did you know I was the one?
Oh, okay. The question is tricky, Sha, but I think it's similar to your answer. I think before I met you, I made a prayer. I once had a breakup then, so forgive me for that. I made a prayer and I say, I don't want to go through that phase again. So I was like, okay, the next person I want to meet should be somebody that is ready, right? I don't want to stay long. I just want to get on with someone else and let it just go straight like that to marriage. And then you came along. At first, I was like, okay, maybe it's just another. I didn't want to move too fast, yeah? But then everything started aligning, and then it now made sense to me that, okay, this is what I actually prayed for. And that was the first time I was actually praying for a relationship. I've never done that before, so yeah, I was when I needed it.
Okay.
So yes, I think. Oh, you want to ask? Okay, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can actually.
So what's your best memory so far?
Ooh, well, it's both my best memory. It's both my best memory and my worst memory. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I think that was when we went to Budukatu Ranch in 2021, December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the whole 2 days road trip. But I think that was like my best memory because, I mean, when we got to, the going was the worst part, but when we got there, it was actually amazing, considering that was our first trip together.
Yes, yes.
So yes, that was my best
Okay.
memory. So what about you? What's your best memory so far?
I think every day with you is the best memory. So
I thought
I
they
don't
were,
think I have any
I thought you were
memory.
just supposed to be, okay, now I feel cheated.
Every day is more like a best memory for me. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So, my turn. What's the funniest memory so far?
Funniest.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the funniest. I won't say it was funny, but it seemed funny to me because that was when you got me my phone, and and then you were still like beating about around the bush so that I would know you had gotten me the phone, and then you just showed up.
You actually thought it was
Then you
food.
just showed up at my gate that night, and I had to come.
And she thought it was food. Like
Yeah.
she didn't know until I was leaving.
I thought it was food.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, it was such a sweet memory, but it was also funny at the same time because immediately you dropped the phone, you now had to leave. So I was like, what's wrong with this guy? But yeah, that's mine.
Okay.
So what's yours?
My funniest memory. While you were talking, I was still trying to remember, but I think for me it was when we went to Aba.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole thing to Aba was, it was quite funny because we never planned it.
At all.
And then we went and it was like, why did we even come here in the first place? But then it was actually fun at the end. Yeah,
wedding.
Because of someone's wedding. We've been attending weddings since God knows when.
1990 something. Okay, so what's the kindest thing I've done for you?
Ooh. I think I would say you saying yes to me was the kindest thing because aside getting me food, I mean, we're not dating then when you were getting me food, so, but saying yes was like the most kindest thing you've ever done.
Okay.
Because it meant a lot to me. It taught me how to love better, and I don't want to cry.
Aww.
I'm just
Don't
gonna
cry.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, yeah.
So what about you? What's the kindest thing?
Okay. It's a lot too.
Yeah.
But I would say getting me the laptop I'm currently using.
Oh.
Because you knew I had to work and you went out of your way to get it for me. So it was a lot because I knew at that point in time you as well were trying to like sort out a few things. So you taking out that that money, that token, like
you know, we had to pay 3 times.
Yes, exactly. You have to pay 3 times. So when you got the laptop for me, I was really like, I was wowed because I was like, this guy doesn't like seeing me sad, and that was something that
True.
I think, yeah.
I agree.
So, what was your first impression of me?
Oh, okay. I will not lie. It was the fact that you were fine. And in my head, I was like, okay, this girl will be that kind of girl that you don't want to rush relationship talk with. You want to take it step by step. She will just ghost you, and I didn't want to be ghosted. Okay. So I took my time, and I was like, okay, she's that high class, which she is actually. Well, we'll talk about that story another time. But yeah, that was my first impression. Like, you were very fine. Like,
okay.
It was love at first sight, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. So what about you?
Okay, for you, my first impression about you was he's very tall.
You know, right now,
because
you might have two impressions.
Yes, I may have 2 impressions because the first time I saw you was when my sister came to approach you to talk about her t-shirt business. But then I don't think I really took notice of your height or how you looked. I just knew you wore a jean trouser and a jean jacket that day. But the fact that you were not talking to me, and I was like, I just left you guys to do your thing. But after we started chatting online, my first impression of you was more like, this person is really nice, and
yeah, I'm nice. Fair.
You are funny.
Oh. Because
there are so many times that you cracked me up. Like, it was more of this is somebody that I don't want to just be talking to. I didn't want to stop talking to you. That was just how it was. I didn't want to stop talking to you, and it was not like I was seeking a relationship with you, but I just knew that I didn't want to.
Are you sure?
I will
tell them.
I was just like, well, that was my first impression. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's why I say you have another first impression.
Yeah.
You met me at the wedding.
Okay, yes! The wedding. You know, it was after we started dating, I got to realize that we both attended the same wedding.
Yeah.
But we didn't speak. I didn't even know you.
I didn't see you.
Okay, so this guy was, where I was sitting down, I was trying to like record for the MC. I was trying to record the whole stuff that was happening at the wedding for the MC. And then there was this tall guy that just was blocking my view. And I was so pissed. I was like, what kind of human being would just come and stand in front of somebody like this? And my cousin then was telling me, go and meet him now, tell him to shift and everything. I was like, I beg, I cannot. I would rather stand up and stretch my hand to do the whole recording thing. But it was later on, like we're already like
It was
2
no,
months.
it was a month later. That wedding was in June.
Yeah.
We met in July.
I think it was like when we got to realize that we attended the same wedding was like 2-3 months.
It was.
later.
I think it was when we saw the wedding video.
Yeah. No, you posted it on your.
Okay. Yes.
on your
Yes.
WhatsApp.
I posted it.
That's when I now realized that it was
It was
him.
the same
He
wedding.
was the one that was blocking me. So you see. Well, anyways, let's
From
move on.
blocking to the altar.
Abi? Let's move on.
All right. What's your version of our love story?
My version. Okay. If I understand that question, it's more like I should.
It's more like, how did we move from meeting each other
Oh, okay.
to dating?
The truth is that I think I have Pastor to thank because if
Yes.
if you didn't comment on that picture of me and Pastor, I'm not sure you'd have entered my DM because you were already just liking all my pictures and everything, and then you had already passed a comment to my sister that this person is really fine. Is this your sister? And you're like, oh yes, my elder, and they said my elder sister.
Oh.
And she told me
when she said elder sister, I
Uh-huh.
was shocked.
Yeah, sure,
Because you look
said I
very
look
small. Yeah, you were very small. That's how I was like, elder
because
sister,
of my
how
green
come?
hair.
Yes, you had this colored hair, and then you wear one
Then
small
I wear one
jacket.
small jacket. It was funny.
I can't forget the outfit anywhere I see it.
So, okay, that was so. I think after you left a comment and you didn't even enter my DM. I was the one that
No, I
entered
didn't.
the DM.
Yeah, you did.
Entered the DM and I was like, why didn't you come to church?
She was shooting her shots.
I was not shooting
Oh,
my shots.
I will tell my story.
I was not shooting my shots.
I'll tell them.
I was only being a good CCI member.
Oh.
I was asking, like, why didn't you come to church and everything? So that was how we got from friendship. And then he didn't even want to ask for my number. I was the one that had to ask him, what are you doing? Like,
Another
ask for my
shot.
number now. What's going on? I'm tired of coming to Instagram. Actually, I didn't have much data. I was not really working. I wasn't working and I couldn't be coming to Instagram because of man. So I had to tell him, ask for my number, and then he finally did. And we got talking and now we're here. So yeah.
Amazing. So now it's my turn to
Yes,
talk
your
about
turn.
All right. So I will tell them the whole truth and nothing but the truth to help me God. So first of all, that particular Sunday I came a bit late, and then I was new, so I had a particular place I normally sit, right? So I was a bit late, and then they took me to, our former place had a pillar, so they took me to back of the pillar. I think I owe that pillar a thank you. I owe the pillar a thank you. So I could not see the altar, I could not see the pastor. So I asked an usher to help me out. And then she switched my seat. And then when I turned back to go to the new seat, that was when I saw you. I was like, oh, this girl is fine. But nothing was in my head. Like, I know I was not going to talk to you because after service, I always run away. But funny enough, I had your sister's contact. So when I got home, I was viewing status and she uploaded your picture. I'm like, oh, I saw this girl in church.
It's
She's
amazing
very
because
fine.
you yourself, you don't like viewing a lot of people's status. So
Well, I don't know. Maybe God wanted me to view the status that day. So she now laughed and she was like, that's my elder sister. I was like, oh. So I went to her page because I had her Instagram page. And then I was just trying to look for you on her page.
Aww.
And then I saw a picture where she tagged you. And then I went to your own page and started liking all your pictures. And that was the way to get your attention. To know that I know she has told you that, this guy said this. So after that encounter, I didn't talk to you, I didn't send you a message until you posted a picture of you and Pastor. And then I made a comment because I was not in church. And then that was how you came to my DM and then we started talking. And then we were talking, I think we talked for about 2-3 weeks.
yes.
And then one night you were like, when am I going to ask for your number? And why I didn't ask for number is because of my first impression. Like, I didn't want to rush it. So I asked for your contact and you gave it to me willingly. And then we went to WhatsApp and then we were chatting. I think that was in July. Then in August 20th, I know we were chatting that night because we had prayers by 12. We were chatting that night. That was by 10 p.m. or so. And then you said something, which is what I want them to hear. She said, young man, when are you going to ask me out? or do you want it to be very long? Like she was reading my mind, but I didn't want to be so fast. And then I knew that it would be weird for me to ask online. However, when it was 12 a.m., August 21st, I sent a voice note and I went offline because I was not expecting a reply. Then, in the morning, she replied my voice note and said, no, I have to come and see her face to face and ask her out. So I went to her house. It was in her house, her father's sitting room, that I asked her out. And then she said yes, then we went out that day.
Yeah, we went
True
out.
or yes?
True.
Okay. But before then, she had been bringing food to me to the office, so like good food. And then what happened again? That was all, Abby? Yeah. And then after like a year plus, we got engaged.
Yeah.
After that was reboot camp. Final. That was December 11th.
11th or so. Yeah. I think
Was it 11th or
around
13th?
that. I think around that time.
I think it was 13th.
But it was December.
Yeah, it was December 13th, yeah. So that's our love story. And now we are here.
Yeah, now we're here. We're getting married next month, and I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I'm grateful to God for the journey so far, and I can't wait for forever with this man. So yeah, bye.
What should I say now? Well, I'm so glad that I'm getting married to the love of my life.
Aww.
Right? And it's such a wonderful thing considering things that have happened to me and even to her. And our love story is something that we like sharing. Like, we don't hide it. We talk about it, we share it, we put it everywhere because love is actually a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Right? I know you chop breakfast, but somebody that chop breakfast will share chop lunch and dinner. So, until next time, guys.
Bye.
Peace and bye.
And yes. It's Steve with the V behind the camera. Sweet Victor.
Steve, I'm not going to give him a shout out, but Steve is an amazing guy. Cheers.
Thank you, Steve.